Hey y'all, Chantal Lizette is back with you with your part two, Real Housewives of Potomac reunion, part two. So we start off with some more Giselle talk, some more discussion about she and Jamal's made for TV relationship. So we start off with that. And she says something about if the word on the curb turns out to be true that he's seeing other women or is seeing one other woman or whatever the case may be, that she will deal with it at that time. At that time, y'all. So again, we get more what? Dancing around the issue, ignoring the obvious, gaslighting. She's going to talk about some if it turns out to be true. So again, no actual discussion about what's really going on. At no point does she say, look, we're together, it's real. We're not together, it's fake. We're together, we're working on some issues. We got some things we're working through. She does say that she has communication problems, but she never does like completely go into we're together and we're a couple and we're not seeing other people and we're monogamous and we're together and we're building a life together. At no point does she get into that. Okay, so if you notice, both Giselle and Jamal on his Instagram live, they never really say directly, we are together, we're monogamous, we're in a relationship, we're working on a life together, we're reconciling, we're together. We never hear those words, those expressions, those descriptions, any of that, if you notice. Then they go on to talk about Ashley and Michael, something about Michael's being caught on camera in a hotel room in his boxers with another woman. They said that Ashley went out of town, and the first day out of town, Michael is in the darn motel, hotel, Holiday Inn with his boxers on. So, of course, Ashley, who's again another queen of denial like Giselle, we got Giselle in denial and lying on one hand, lying and hiding. And then on the other hand, we got Ashley in denial, lying and hiding. So lying and hiding from the truth. So she's going to talk about some Michael told her that he went to the hotel with the woman, but he was so drunk that he fell asleep and they didn't do anything. So the other girls was like, wait a minute, you actually believe this? You actually believe that the man spent the night in a hotel room with another chick, another woman, and nothing went on? So Ashley was like, yeah, I believe it. And she said something about she's so forgiving of Michael because when they were having trouble, that she had her fun too. And she left it at that, y'all. She didn't say who she had her fun with, whether it was Katie, the girl that was, you remember on the earlier seasons, remember the crazy girl? She didn't say who it was with. But she said that, oh, I can forgive Michael because, I've had my fun too. I've done my little dirt too. So I don't know, but again, we see Ashley lying, hiding, slipping, and diving for Michael. And I'm not sure why. So, is it the money? Is that it? Is that it? She got the two babies now, right? Pregnant with the second child. And Michael's supposed to have a lot of money. So anyway, again, Giselle, Ashley, denying, lying, and hiding. All of the above. So anyway, they talk about the parade. Remember Karen's little hometown parade and how that went? And Ashley's like, oh, Karen was so down to earth, and it wasn't like Karen that we see on the show. And they all agree, oh yeah, when Karen is not on the show, like when behind the cameras, behind the scenes, off camera, however you want to call it, that Karen is real chill and stuff. So they all talk about how it was, when they off camera, Karen is chill. when they was at the parade. Remember Karen was on top of the car? That she was all chill and cool. They had so much fun. And then Andy was like, well, Karen, why didn't you let the girls ride in the car with you, whatever, right? Whatever. And Karen said something about, oh, that was, that was my thing. They were honoring me. So I rode in the car. She said it like that. Then they get into the money part. So Candace, Monique has to come up with, oh, Chris makes all this money, and that her little check on Bravo, oh, that's just little cute little money. And Chris is so proud of her for making her little Bravo check because she can invest it into all her different businesses and companies. That the money that she makes on Bravo, oh, she don't live off of that. So she up there flexing about her Bravo check, how she uses it, but she don't need it to live off of. You get what I'm saying? And so she says that, Chris is balling out of control. Chris balling. And so Andy. Now Andy kind of, not kind of, but very shady. Andy gonna talk about some, oh, we know he was balling. We know he was balling in the past, but what about now? And so she was like, oh yeah, his stock portfolio is it. His stock portfolio is the thing, is the move. And so according to Monique now, they don't need her Bravo money to live off of at all, because Chris is balling out of control still after having been retired for years. He didn't just retire like last season, y'all, or 2 seasons ago. He's been retired for a while, but according to her, the money's still coming in. The money's still plentiful because of his investments, okay, his stock portfolio. So Robin chimes in with, she and Juan contribute equally. They 50-50. They, it's a partnership. So then they get into the Monique rumor. So last week, Monique was coming for Giselle, relentless. She was relentless about it, right? She was unrelenting and relentless on Giselle, coming for Giselle. Giselle relationship fake. Giselle is a fraud. Giselle can't get no man. Giselle this, Giselle that. So Monique had all the time in the world last week, reunion part 1, to drag Giselle. So this week they gave a little time to Monique. And that's only fair. So they talk about this rumor, word on the curb, word on the street, that Monique was having or had an entanglement with her personal trainer that led to her baby, her having this youngest child and stuff. So they get into that. And of course, right, not surprisingly, Monique denies the whole thing. So Monique's like, it was a lie. It was, what did she say? A plot by, her former best friend, some girl named Gigi or something other. Yeah, some girl named Gigi and Charisse, that they made all this up, and it was a plot to drag her name, this, that, and the third. So of course, Monique denies the trainer thing. And then there's something about Monique and Candace were supposed to be working on their friendship, like they were girls, then they fell out, then they were working on their friendship. And Candace brought Charisse, chick used to be on the show a few seasons back, that Candace invited, brought, came with Charisse to the get together. And so Monique gonna talk about some, oh, well, Candace should have told me ahead of time that she was bringing Charisse. Allegedly, Charisse was part of this plot to talk about her having an affair, talk about Monique's alleged affair with the trainer. So Monique doesn't see it for Charisse because the alleged plot to destroy her good name or whatever. So when Candace brought Charisse to the get together, she was like, oh no, she wasn't having it. So she was like, oh, well, if Candace was a friend, if Candace was a real friend, then she would have told me ahead of time that she was bringing Sharice. So Robin came with it. Robin was like, what? What are you talking about? So Monique said something about she had to get herself mentally prepared for Sharice to show up, to see Sharice, for Sharice to be at the soiree. So Robin comes through with, now this right here, Robin came through, y'all, with the read. Or probably not a read, but like a cute little shade, a nice little low-key, unbothered shade comment. Who is Sharice where you have to get mentally prepared to see her? And Robin was like, I think you're giving Sharice a little bit too much credit or emphasis or power over you. Why would you need to get mentally prepared to see Sharice? So I like that. And so after she said that, Monique really didn't have no comment. She didn't have no comeback. So again, we see last week was Giselle, you're fake, you're a fraud, you got a fake relationship, you lying, you don't have no man, your man is with this woman, I got the receipts. So Monique got her turn this week when they came for her with the rumors about the trainer. So that was one thing. Hey, they got to take turns. This is the reunion part 2, so they can't just beat up on Giselle every single week. Then they get into it with the wine glass thing. Okay, so again, they're taking their time with Monique this week. Last week, Giselle's week. This week, Monique's week. Whose week is going to be next week, y'all? Who y'all think? Well, anyway, they get into this thing about the fight when Monique and Candace got into it, right? And they said all this stuff about, Monique allowed the lie to be told on social media that Candace started the whole thing, that Candace was the aggressor. And all the ladies up there say, no, that is not the case. Robin, Giselle, Karen, all of them say that's not the case. But yet and still, Monique let that lie be told on social media. So Candace is up there crying, still crying, y'all, talking about how the people was dragging her on Twitter. They was trying her life and saying that she started the thing and all this. Now, Monique sits up there after Andy has run the tape back. And you know how Randy will do? He'll run the tape back so you can see a flashback. You can see what actually happened during the season, because sometimes it's hard to remember every single detail. So Andy plays the tape, and you can see where Candace has the wine bottle after the fact. So after they had their tussle, their fight, their affray, whatever. At that point, when Candace had her head down, she was holding onto the glass, trying to defend herself. It wasn't like she started it or she kicked it off with the wine glass or she was the aggressor. It was basically she had her head down and she was holding the glass, the broken wine glass, after Monique had tore her up. So all the ladies was like, Monique, look, that's not the case. It's not true. Why you saying that? So Monique keeps saying over and over, yes, she did start it with the wine glass. She started it. Giselle and Robin were like, no, that is not the case. So Monique continues with Candace started it when the ladies that were there, the housewives that were there, direct eyewitnesses say that that's not the case. And we say it too because Andy played the tape back. So there you go. Monique, if I was Monique, I would have been like, look, it happened. I'm sorry that it happened. Candace, I apologize. Let's move on from here. At that point, at that point, I think it's time just to say, it happened. It was terrible. Say that she's going to anger management and all that, and just apologize to the girl and press on, move on, so that we don't have to keep rehashing this, because they're gonna keep rehashing it. If she, just say it. I apologize, Candace. They don't have to be girls. They don't have to be friends. she can just apologize, and they agree to, Candace go right, Monique go left when they're at an event. Okay? Monique go left, Candace go right when they're at an event. That's it. Just apologize. Y'all don't have to deal with each other. Y'all don't have to be girls. Y'all don't have to be good Julies. So what else they got? Candace crying and crying, talking about how the people on social media, how they do her. Now, again, I'm going to be honest. I can see what Monique's saying. I can see what people are saying about Candace. Now, Candace got all this mouth, y'all. All this mouth. Talk reckless. But the thing is, she can't back it up. Like she's one of the, like the girls in high school, they got all this mouth, but they don't have nothing to back it up. So anyway, she got tore out the frame, and that's how it happened. So this thing about endlessly crying every week about how traumatic it was and how hard it was on her and how she can't, she can't take it. It's annoying. It's getting on our nerves now because her mouth is reckless. If she can't back it up, she needs to stop talking so reckless. And so that's how it ends, y'all, with Candace crying and walking off the stage. So drama from Candace. If she can't back it up, why she talks so reckless? Why her mouth? Why she got that slick talk? And so what happens is that she meet up with the right chick, and they're not having it. So that's what happened with Monique. Monique temper, hot, uncontrollable, quick temper, and that's what happened. And it's like Candace hadn't learned nothing because, as you see, on the stage, she still got the little slick, nasty comments. She hadn't learned anything. So anyway, y'all, that's reunion part 2. Hopefully next week will be good. We see the husbands and the boyfriends and the men coming up next week. And they have something with Chris and Chris, Candace's husband, and Michael's supposed to get into it, and then Monique's Chris is supposed to be getting into it with somebody too. So next week is the last part. So Real Housewives of Potomac reunion part 3 next week. I'm not gonna lie, I've been really enjoying these reunions, and I would love for them to just go straight into the next season because I really enjoy Potomac. Atlanta is boring to me now. Salt Lake City, I'm trying to get into it, y'all. I'm trying, but when it comes to like the one Housewives group franchise that's like on it, and that's like keeps your attention, they capture your attention and they keep it too, that's Potomac all the way. They really do. I wish we could do reunion 1, 2, 3, take a couple weeks off, boom, next season. But I know they need more time than that to get their little stuff together, to get their lives. But again, let's see what part 3 is giving us next week. Let's just see, y'all. All right, like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. See y'all later.